Okay, so we have here our roof and we want to create some slopes. Now, one thing that we did here, if you remember, is that we made our insulation variable. That way we can have a varying height. So if we make this, let's say, area lowered, then that rigid insulation material will slope down to that area, maintaining the horizontality of the bottom part of the material. So that's what variable does. And let's see how it happens, right? So if we edit or modify the element, we get this green, right, buttons, or we can actually change the height of this point so that the roof will slope to that direction or away from it, depending on if you make it higher or lower. Now, one thing we can do is maybe we can place or add points to certain areas like here, or we can also split or add a split line where we can maybe add a line here and around and make it lower. Yeah, let's try doing that. Or make it higher. Like, let's say we place it at the center, right, and make it higher. So what if we make the line, yeah, let's just make the line go here. Okay, somewhere here. Maybe on. Okay, and let's go straight. So let's try this. Okay, and then we modify the elements, or we can actually modify the line. Yeah, select the line, and then click this, and maybe raise it up by, let's just try raising it up by 300. Okay, so enter. There you go. So if you cut a section now, so let's end that. And we do have a section here, right? So let's go to that section view. Oops, see, 300 is quite high, right? So maybe we don't want it sloping that much. So maybe, yeah, can we do it here? Modify some elements, and yeah, maybe just 100. No, not that point. We want the entire line. So let's undo that, and let's go to a 3D view. I guess a 3D view will show us what's happening. So let's select the line, yeah, and then change this to 100. Here you go. So if we go back to our section view, yeah, that's a gentle slope. Okay? So water will go to the sides. Now, again, you can always design the way your roof will slope. Okay? For me, that will be enough. And just remember, you can always click on that point after you say modify sub-elements and change this value by clicking on the number. Okay. So you can also actually raise it up if you want to. So that's another option. So slope or a line and or those points can have a different height so that you can direct water to a certain area. Okay, so I'm not going to raise that. So I have this nice slope going toward the edges. Now, here, maybe it's not advisable to make it slope going in this direction, but this is too long, right? So another, maybe you can just raise it up here, then let it slope downward towards the exterior, or maybe towards this side. So it's up to you, right? As long as you design it properly. So here in this case, water will be going this way. So make sure you have a nice drainage here. And yep, let's cut the section so you can see, yeah, what variable does, right? So the bottom part is still right on the support. So it's well supported. It's just the rigid insulation having a variable height, in this case, shows a nice slope. And then the top part, notice, is still parallel, right? It, it just adjusted to the slope of the rigid insulation. Okay, so if you think 100 is too much, which is what we have, right? So we can always change that to, oh, it's still 300, that's why. And I think I undid it twice. Okay, so that's how you add a slope.